Hey, how you doing? Chris here for another guitar lesson, and today we're going to look at James Brown and I Feel Good. Now, the interesting thing about this beautiful funk song, you know, the funk guitar playing on this, on the actual studio record, is like minimal. Yet when you listen to sort of more recent versions of James Brown doing it live with a big band and stuff, there's all sorts of guitar bits and bobs playing. Like all of these lessons that I tell you about with songs, I think it's a good thing for you to take what I show you. I just show you the bare bones of the song, the structure of it, the main chordal elements and some of the riffs. And then you do your own thing with it, right? You just sort of put your own embellishments in and you play with it. Now, I play this one lots of times in various bands. We actually do it in C. We do it in C because that's what suits the singer in the current band. But it's actually in D. And it starts with this D9. So what I'll do is play you the way that I would play it live in the current arrangement in a band with there's a keyboard player and a bass player. So the keys is doing quite a bit. Bass player's quite busy, funky bass player, man. So yeah, I'll do a bit of both. I'll do some of the funk guitar parts that I do, and I'll also play some of the brass elements that are in this song, I Feel Good, and I'll play those riffs on the guitar. Okay, so let's get down to business. So that's like the entire song really, right? That's all the parts there, including the little brass riff. So let's just break this down, like, you know, it's all based around this D7 that I play here. And as I said, like, you know, listen to the record and you'll just hear there's just a couple of sort of stabs over the D and the G. And that's about it. But if you're playing with this in a band or with your mates, you want to be kind of intimating this D9 chord, which is up here on the 5th fret. So that's 5th fret here, 4th here, and the 2 5th on the B and G and B string. And I play that in that configuration there with those fingers. But I'm actually just sliding those upward and down. 2, 3, 4, up to the 10th, which is a G9, back to the D. Okay, so what I'm also doing is putting a little stab in here on beat 2, so it's up to the G. That's up on the 15th here, back to the D. And the stab, so good. And then there's this lovely riff. And that riff is on up the major triad to the 7th to the 9. So that's 5 here, 4 on the D, 7 on the D, 5 on the G, and 5 on the B. Percussive. Stabs. So good. And again. Yeah, so we just go from the start again. Up you and up to the 10th. 15th there. 10th. So good. Got that? Okay. Those stabs are just taking out it's like a double stop up on the 10th for the D. And when it goes to the G, it's way up on the 15th. Same thing. And you can put slides in if you like. Play around with it. Doesn't have to be on the 2. I played on the 2 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2. And now. Right, straightforward. Piece of cake with me. And then it goes into this beautiful riff, which is played by the brass section, and it's up an octave. So D on the A string to a D on the G, and again all staccato down to the 7th, which is C, to the 5th on that. That's an A on the D string. Back to the 7th, and I just bend that minor 3rd. Yeah? 3, 4, 1. And then it goes into this kind of, I think on the record it's just stabs like. D, G, up to A. All right, but as I said, you know, like I would play a kind of a 16th pattern in that. And I just do a little chromatic slide up. Again, it depends on the arrangement that you've got with your band and, you know, what musicians you have around you, you know, as to how busy you want to get with that. As I said, I think it's just really... But I would do a... Okay, so those are the parts so far. With that 16th part, as always, you want to do it with a lot of left-hand muting here. It sounds great, you know, that percussive, and it's quite a light touch here. And it's like almost like a shuffle, like a gallop, right? And then you pull out and then you sort of put your fingers down here every so often. Yeah? So much fun. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the entire song, right? Apart from the ending, where it does an elongated riff here. So good. So good. I got you. So good. more time, I think. So good. Here, if you like, go. Beautiful, right? So that last riff is the same as the previous riff, but it comes down the octave all the way up to the ninth, and then down. Yeah, so 7, 9, octave down here. 7. There's a slight rallentando at the end of that riff. Rallentando is a musical term which means slowing down. Silence, bit of drum stuff, silence, and then a D9. Cool, man. And that about wraps it up. Nice quick one for today. I hope you enjoyed that. It's so much fun to play. As I said, and I've said time and time again on my tutorials, just learn the basic structure of this song. You'll notice, like, for these 5 chords and 4 chords, I went down here for the last couple of times. That sounds nice and meaty, nice and beefy. Sometimes I'll even go fancy if I'm feeling a bit jazzy. Put a 13 in. Yeah. A lot of fun to play. You can have hours and hours of fun with this in a band. And I tell you what, if you get a good band that's locked into the rhythm, locked into the groove, it brings people up on the dance floor and everyone starts dancing, have a great time. And everyone sings along with this song. It's such a great, infectious groove. James Brown, brilliant. The funk players that James Brown has had in his band, the funk guitar players, superb. Very understated on the records and the recordings, like, all good funk guitarists should be. That's what you're looking for. Just something minimal, sparse. Underplaying is good because it stands out. You don't want to overplay this. But like I said, when you listen to James Brown play this song, I Feel Good, live, and you look at some of the footage, have a look around on YouTube. There's heaps of links. You'll hear the guitarist doing quite a bit of stuff. And that's what you want to work towards. Just, putting your own things into it, making it your own, and owning it. You know what I mean? That about wraps it up for today. Listen, if you enjoyed this, give me a like, subscribe to the channel. I've got tons of these coming out. I'm loving this. Loving the feedback that you guys are giving me. I really appreciate it. If you have any ideas for future songs, just let me know and I'll take a look at them. I'll put them on playlist and have a look at them. Take care for now. Keep funking.